Hello everyone, Fanta here, you're watching FANTAVISION, and today I'm discussing the best news of 2019 so far, and that is the fact that Bungie is leaving Activision. Thank God. If you guys don't understand why this is good news, just remember what Bungie was like back when they made Halo, and then look at them now. I mean, that's all you really need to do, because that's what Activision does to the companies underneath its belt. So, underneath its belt, on its belt. Be weird. Anyway, so I'm hoping Blizzard follows suit, because Blizzard as a company and is also falling to shambles. It's making stupid decisions. It's completely out of touch with its fan base. It's full of microtransactions. It's just a mess. And Bungie, in my opinion, went from one of my favorite developers of all time to I don't care. I don't care at all. Went from a company that, I mean, I was so excited for Destiny 1. And I know there's a lot of people out there that enjoyed Destiny 1. And that's fine. You're allowed to like whatever you want. That's fine. But on the back of, Halo and all these different things that Bungie has created, I mean, Look at all the amazing things Bungie did for multiplayer before the multiplayer suite even existed on the Xbox. I mean, Halo 2 had this crazy revolutionary, it had like a friend list, it had ways to send messages, it was awesome. And then Halo 3, they revolutionized again with the custom games and the file sharing, and it was just so freaking cool. I mean, they went above and beyond. And, Destiny, there was none of that innovation to be found. There was nothing in that game that wowed me. It was just a major disappointment. And I would like to blame Activision. I've heard they were rushed through development. I heard they had to hit certain times. And I'm sure that Activision told them to split up that season pass into 2 different season passes. And then, of course, you all know about Destiny 2 and their loot boxes and their season passes and their one-time use color shaders. Now, some of that may have changed, but the fact that any of that was there to begin with is just not acceptable. And, of course, these are all the things that are in all these different Activision games. I mean, look at Call of Duty. What a mess. Loot boxes, XP grinding. I mean, there's just so many different problems with that game, and a season pass on top of that, and microtransactions. I mean, it's just insane. So with Bungie leaving Activision, I'm hoping, because they are bringing Destiny with them, which a lot of people are excited about, I am kind of done with that franchise. I would love for Destiny to just kind of die out with the division of the companies. And I know that's not a popular opinion. That's fine. If you want Destiny to live and thrive and be better underneath Bungie, that's fine. That's great. But personally, I feel like the first 2 games, I mean, it's too late to give people like me a first impression. Your first impression was made in the first game, and it wasn't good. It was not good. It was a grindy mess full of empty promises. And there was not, like I said, there's none of that revolutionary stuff they put into Halo. I know this isn't going to happen. I would love for Bungie to create another game like Halo. It doesn't have to be Halo. But think about Halo now. Halo 5 is nothing like Halo 3. It's not even like Reach. Even if they made Reach again, I would be perfectly fine with that. Because Reach was wonderful. You earned those new pieces of armor instead of having to open booster packs to get them. I mean, if they made a shooter like Halo Reach or Halo 3, where you had the customizable characters, you had the vehicles, you had all the different game modes, I don't know about you guys, but I would love a game like that. Now, I know it's not going to happen. I know it's wishful thinking, but I would love for there to be a new Halo, not Halo. if that makes sense. If they did that in the Destiny universe, maybe they could bring me back in Destiny 3 if for some reason they made it like the Halo competitive multiplayer. I don't think they're going to, but I mean, they'd have to change a lot. I just don't see that ever happening. And it's unfortunate that we'll never get a game like that. It's unfortunate that I'm hoping that Bungie comes out of this a better company. I'm hoping they learned their lesson with the big boys and they're going to stay independent, because they made 4 incredible Halo games. I mean, they were so good. Reach was probably my least favorite of the 4, but, well, I mean, I guess they made ODST, but that's part of Halo 3. I count that as part of Halo 3. And I don't know. I'm excited and worried about what they're going to make, because I'm excited they're going to be independent, but I'm worried because I'm hoping they didn't learn any bad habits from Activision during their time at Activision. I'm hoping the next Destiny game, if that's what the next game is, which it probably is, I'm hoping there's not 2 season passes. I'm hoping there's not loot boxes. I'm hoping there's not one-time use shaders. I just want a game, you know? I want a game with all of its content in the game. And I feel like that's what they used to be. I understand they used to have map packs, but that was it. I mean, that was all I remember ever paying for Halo. And I feel like that's all there should be. And I hope they return to that. Maybe they will. I don't know. I hope they've learned their lesson from their time at Activision. And like I said, I really hope Blizzard leaves, because Blizzard, I keep hearing that Overwatch population is just dying out. I know it's still a popular game, but it's not nearly as popular as it was. Heroes of the Storm, the esports support got pulled, I think. Something crazy like that, or they're planning to. I don't really keep up with Heroes of the Storm, but it wasn't a bad game. It wasn't my cup of tea. I was kind of done with MOBAs at that point. But, you know, it's kind of sad to the people that have spent all that time learning that esport, and now they're just kind of SOL. And who knows when Diablo 4 is coming out, you know, because they announced that mobile game. Kind of like recently Fox did the same thing with the new Aliens game for the phone. I don't get this. How has Microsoft been the only company to do this right? I don't understand it. Microsoft has not been having a good year. Last year was terrible for Microsoft. I mean, what did they have? Forza, which was also on the PC? There's no reason to own an Xbox One, and it's sad. Because the Xbox 360 murdered last generation. It was amazing. I mean, the PS3 had a lot of great titles, but the Xbox 360 killed it with the titles that you had to have. I'm going off track here, but the point is they talked about their terrible Gears of War pop figure mobile game, and then immediately said, hey, look, by the way, new Gears of War game is actually coming out, a real one. It's just a bunch of mistakes that Activision... I'm guessing Activision is making most of these calls for Blizzard, and I'm sure they made most of the calls for Bungie when it came to do, you know, when it came with release dates, with monetization, with all those sorts of things, because like I said, they're exactly like the rest of the Activision games. And man, it's funny, before I started this video, I just wanted to be completely positive and go, I can't wait, I'm so happy they're independent again. But I'm also a little worried, because we haven't seen what Bungie has done independently in a long time, because they worked with Microsoft for a lot of the time they were working on Halo. I think almost the entire time they were working on Halo. I believe they started working with Microsoft in the middle of Halo 1's development, because it was originally going to be for the Mac. But They've been working for other companies for so long. It'll be interesting to see what Bungie is like completely by themselves with no outside influence. I think this is the first time ever since they've really been established as a games development studio. I know they made Marathon, but I mean that was forever ago. So maybe they were independent then, but I mean this is now a big, giant company that has made titans of games. And I know they've lost a lot of people as well throughout the years because of Activision. I don't know if they're going to hire those people back, if they're going to have to pull more talent in. It'll be interesting. So I am mostly hopeful. I am mostly positive about this. This is nothing but a good thing. That's the message. This is a good thing. Hopefully Bungie will go back to their prior Halo days, and they'll come out with something that feels like people that had passion worked on it. Because that's not what Destiny ever felt like. Destiny felt passionless. It felt empty. It felt really shallow, and they were just trying to make as much money as they could. And it felt like it when you were playing the game. It felt like they just pumped it out to get people to buy the game, so then they'd get their hooks back into it, hopefully get addicted, maybe buy some loot boxes, and then hope to see more of the story through season passes, which is stupid, by the way. The whole story should be in the game. I shouldn't have to buy more of the game to hear more of the main story. Sorry. I think that's stupid. I feel like what they've been doing with Destiny has not been great, and I am hopeful. This is not a negative video. Everyone keeps saying I'm too negative. I am very hopeful to see what Bungie's going to do on their own. I think they'll be working on Destiny 3. There won't be loot boxes. This is quick predictions. No loot boxes. There won't be shaders that you have to pay for. And there'll be one season pass. That's my prediction. We'll see if I'm wrong. This is a good thing. Thanks for watching. Like the video if you guys liked it. Comment down below what you guys think of the whole thing. If you think I'm crazy, they're just going to keep doing the same thing, trying to make as much money as possible. If you think Bungie's just going to disappear, I don't know. Let me know what you guys think is going to happen. And as always, subscribe for more content. Check out the Twitch. All that kind of stuff. People tell me I don't promote that enough. And have a fantastic day. See you guys. Today I'm drinking courtesy, well, not really courtesy of, but recommended by a really good supporter of mine, Sonic fan, Coconut LaCroix. Oh my lord. It's so good. It's so smooth. I mean, you get this really good coconut hit. It's so good. Highly recommend it. I didn't think I was going to like it. It doesn't sound like it would be an amazing flavor for some reason. Or it didn't sound to me like it'd be very good. And a lot of because before I started buying LaCroix, I was looking at like the best flavors of LaCroix at all these different websites. And so far, I've disagreed with all of them as I've been trying them. They said berry was terrible. I enjoyed berry. They said coconut was terrible. I love coconut. They said mango was great. Mango tastes like somebody threw up in the can. Only whispered throw up though. Like a little bit of because that's the flavor that everyone says. It's just they whisper coconut into the can and then they quickly capture that flavor and ship it on. They quietly threw up into that can and sent it out. Mango was just terrible. I can't finish that case. It's the only time I've not been able to finish it. Lemon and lime are just boring. Not a huge fan. Cran raspberry, it's not bad. I'm just going on about LaCroix now. But this is post-fade. I'm going to talk about whatever I want. I meant to shave, but I just wanted to shoot this video, and it's kind of late already. So I just wanted to make sure I got this video for tomorrow, even though the podcast is up today as well. So if you haven't listened to the podcast, that went up this morning, and you should check it out. It's pretty good. At least I think so.